there's an interesting dynamic that is going on with this election. Excuse me. And that is how much is racism going to sell across the board? And we'll talk more about this with Digby. But here is a student going and challenging the Mike Pence, not Mike Pence, excuse me, could have been Mike Pence, but Steve King, the Iowa congressman, who has basically run on and been a lightning rod for white nationalism in this country. And he has gotten more explicit over the past couple of years, I think. And, of course, he feels more comfortable doing so now in the age of Trump because Donald Trump is a white nationalist. And so here a student goes and asks Steve King at, I guess I'm not exactly sure if this was a press conference or
a candidate forum.
A candidate forum. Steve King could see this guy walking in. He was wearing flannel. How do you distinguish yourself from the white nationalists who shot up this synagogue in Pittsburgh, killed 11 people because he was afraid of the immigrant hordes who were being, who were about to invade this country, being prodded on by the Jews? How do you distinguish yourself, your ideology from his? I mean, it's quite evident that Steve King has not shot up a temple full of Jews. He's a congressman. But how do you distinguish your ideology, he's asked. And I guess Steve King didn't feel comfortable answering the question.
And the terrorist who committed this crime, he was quoted as saying, "They bring invaders in that kill our people. I can't sit back and watch our people get slaughtered." You, Steve King, have been quoted as saying, "We can't restore our civilization with other people's babies." You and the shooter both share an ideology that is fundamentally anti-immigration.
Do not associate me with that shooter. I knew you were an ambusher when you walked in the room, but there's no basis for that, and you get no questions, you get no answers.
I was about to ask you what distinguishes your ideology.
We don't play these games here in Iowa.
I was about to ask you what distinguishes your ideology.
You crossed the line. It's not tolerable to accuse me to be associated with a guy that shot 11 people in Pittsburgh. I am a person who has stood with Israel from the beginning. That the length of that nation is the length of my life.
I was about to
say, and I've been with them all along, and I will not answer your question, and I'll not listen to another word from you.
If you don't have a white supremacist worldview, then why did you travel to Austria to meet with a white supremacist organization?
I think he's given his answer. I think that his answer is his answer. Yes.
But do you identify as a white?
Sir, stop it.
Then why did you meet with the white supremacist organization in Austria?
They're done. I would ask whoever is guarding this door to lead this man out of the room.
Yeah.
I live and work in the 4th District. My wife lives and works in the 4th District.
There you go. Steve King traveled, was it to Poland to visit, I think it was Dachau. Maybe it was Auschwitz. I'm not sure. And then also, just to get the other side, met with a Holocaust denier. Just to, fair and balanced. And uncomfortable, though, describing why his or how his ideology is any different from the one that led that shooter to his kill those people. This is that's a different one, right? That's Steve Knight. So there it is. Well, I guess we'll know if King gets reelected. He is in a very tight race with a pretty progressive guy. And there is, the Republican Party has expressed, at least some people in the Republican Party have expressed a little uncomfortability with just how outwardly fascist Steve King is. So that's there's a slight movement there. But it also could be the case that they need to redeploy some of their assets in other races. So this is a good way to sort of justify not saving Steve King's seat.